our guys feasted on our crowd today. I really thought they helped us. You know, we had about 4 or 5 shaky minutes early in the game, and actually was a little disappointed with the defense, about 3 or 4 minutes. And then that completely flipped. I thought it was one of our best defensive games in the zone and in the man. Interestingly enough, we actually kept the ball in front of us a lot, and we really got a lot of defensive rebounds, which we needed to do. But I watched about 5 or 6 games today when I had nothing to do except worry. And it's amazing to me. You can pick out the league you want. Those that you expect to be runaways aren't runaways too many times. Those teams that are thought of being weaker aren't so weak certain days. It's February now. And you better be prepared to earn every win. That's exactly what I told our team before the game, at halftime, and just now. I'm very proud of the way they played. The only disappointment was a few too many turnovers the second half when we were attacking and we wanted to run. But some of them were unbelievably unselfish plays. And I said, you know, a lot of coaches would drool if they had guys with 9-footers and they dropped it off to guys for dead layups. The ball bounced away 4 or 5 times. But I got to tell you, it's great to watch the level of unselfishness our guys have. And then last but not least, I say it all the time, the formula for this particular ball club to continue to be successful has been, can we make more free throws than our opponent attempts? We have all season. We have during conference play. We did again today. And a lot of coaches, they claim that toughness is physicality, confrontation, roughing up guys, bullying guys. I'd like to think there's a level of toughness that our team has that might defeat that type of toughness, meaning intellect, mental toughness. Like, I like the fact that our guys know who to get the ball to when they need to get the ball to that person in the last 3 minutes. I look at that as a pretty good illustration of toughness. I think our guys have been in a lot of close games and made good decisions. I see some of the bad ones too. I think that's a level of toughness, and I think intellect will defeat talent anytime talent doesn't show. Pretty philosophical stuff, huh?
Good stuff. Larry, you talk about the rebounding. You out-rebounded by 10. But they only get 9 offensive rebounds. You get 12, and I know that's usually not something you guys go after a lot. So how big was that in this game?
Well, first of all, Herndon gave us some special minutes. This morning at 9 a.m. we found out he had strep throat. Thank God we got him to a doctor. We got some antibiotics in him, and they said by 4 o'clock he wouldn't be contagious. Let's hope they're right. But all of those guys contributed because there were some balls bouncing around. And so now you have to get, we call those 50-50 balls. It wasn't like clean rebounds. Balls that are bouncing around, they're up for grabs, and we got our share. I think that's really a tough team and a really good defensive rebounding team that we played.
Coach, how much did you see Cook kind of step up to the task there where you talk about rebounding? It seemed like he did it on the defensive side and rebounding, and then he added some on the offensive side as well.
I think this was Derek's best game as a Cowboy from start to finish at both ends of the floor. The only disappointment is he made 4 out of 5 free throws, so I know I'm going to hear about that tomorrow. That was a joke.
Yeah. Or you held them to, I know Nevada's strength isn't perimeter shooting. You hold them also to 2 of 11, and you're able to knock down 6 of them yourselves. Were you pleased with the perimeter defense from your guys?
We were able to keep that cushion at 5 to 8 during the last 2.5 minutes, just enough that we had a choice to play man or zone. Zone might make them pitch a little more, maybe cast a couple jump shots that take a little longer, and maybe rebound out on the perimeter. So you miss some foul shots, and you're not up 7, and you're up 2 or 3, and you can't experiment. So, like I said, I thought the zone gave us a really good flavor the second half. I thought Jeremy and Jerron did a great job of mixing and matching some personnel. So really, it was a good Saturday afternoon. Thank goodness we had some great fan support.
Coach, when they narrowed the deficit to 3 midway through the second half there, What was important there for you guys to kind of close the door? Was it just holding on to the ball, or what else do you need to do to kind of hold them off there?
Whenever we had a chance to get together, it was focus on your defense, put pressure on your defense. We talked about the two things that would win this game: defensive rebounding and staying in front. Let's stay in front and defensive rebound. We really did a good job. They got 2 or 3 at the end of the game, and that was just because they were doing, I mean, they were really putting their heads down, driving the ball hard, and a couple of our bigs had to step up and lose their blockouts. But I thought our big guys did a really good job. Really good job.
I know Junior, at least when you just look at stats, I know it's more about stats. I know he struggled shooting the ball these last 3 games, but are you still seeing what you'd like to see from him in other aspects, and are you concerned about him right now?
I'm not concerned. I mean, you never want somebody to, one of your starting infielders to go in a batting slump. But you know what? He's still playing hard on D. He's still playing unselfish on O. And he's not taking shots that he wasn't taking earlier. So if he was doing things differently, up and unders, off-balance fadeaways, I can understand that. But I trust these guys. And I'm not very happy when they make mistakes because I'm still seeking the perfect game. But I really like, I like their karma. I like their level of intellect.
Coach, can you speak to Graybu moving into 5th all-time in Wyoming three-pointers made?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. It doesn't surprise me. You guys know how I feel about him. I love him to death. Besides Pam, he's a tough second to be by my side. I'm not a real comfortable guy when he's not on the floor. And I think those individual performances and the individual records, hopefully they'll escalate as the season goes on, and we'll be able to reflect back in March and really appreciate him at that time.
Well, I didn't see Terrell on the bench with you guys today. Is he sick too, or is everything
No,
okay
he's
with
fine.
him?
He's just focusing on schoolwork.